Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey everybody, how you doing? Charles here, and welcome to another great show. Now listen, what are you putting in your body? What are you eating? How are you preparing your food properly? Do you feel healthy? Listen, because of COVID, we're blaming our weight because of, I'm okay. That's a little COVID weight. You know what I mean? That's a little thing you can pass along. But how do we really doing it? Listen, my next guest right now is going to tell us how to keep healthy, how to eat healthy. Listen, welcome to the show. Let's make some noise.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, listen, it's not that much weight. See, it doesn't look bad, right? A little COVID weight.
That's what they always say, right?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Please introduce yourself.
So my name is Charlene Ford. I'm the CEO and owner of Melanated Vegan. I actually started as an apparel company, but we now transition to catering and meal prep.
All right, so let's backtrack. Let's go back to the small Charlie, like growing up. Where you born? Where you from? Born and raised.
I was born and raised in the west end of Toronto, but my parents are Trinidadian, so that's all I knew. The culture was Trinidadian culture. I grew up on Trinidadian food. I love the food, the flavors, the spices. So that's how I was really raised.
All right, and then growing up as a little girl, what did you see yourself doing? Because did you picture that you're going to be like the vegan queen, or what did you want to grow up and be?
I did not want to be the vegan queen. I loved meat. So it's actually one of our staples in the family. So eating meat was always something. The big Sunday dinners, I don't know where you're from, but Sunday dinner, there's like 2-3 different types of meat and then all these other little side dishes. So I didn't grow up thinking that I was going to be the vegan queen. I actually went to culinary school.
Hey.
I took a year off from high school and went to culinary school a year after that. But I did actually want to go into social work, but that did not work out.
That's a two different transition, culinary school and
two different. My aunt is a social worker, so I knew exactly what the job entailed,
right.
and my poor little heart could not take it. So I took a year off, and because I just didn't want to go to college and just aimlessly do something that I didn't want. I didn't know what the end goal was. So food was my passion. I've been cooking since I was 12 with my dad in the kitchen, recipes that my grandmother passed down. So I really knew that I had a passion for cooking. So I decided to go to culinary school.
All right. So real quick off the bat, you said you used to cook with your dad. What's your dad's go-to dish that you have to have?
Oh my God. My dad's pilau, like Trinidadian pilau is like our staple. So I always say, if you don't know how to cook pilau, you're not Trinidadian. Because that was the first thing that I learned how to make. It's primarily made with like chicken or beef mixed inside, but I've actually learned how to veganize it. It's pretty easy. So that was kind of our staple. And my dad loves baking. My dad is like the best baker. I'm going to give kudos to my mom. She knows how to cook, but my dad was hands down the best.
I was about to say,
best cook in the house.
I was going to say, you better throw your mom in there somewhere. If she watches back this story, she'll be like, okay,
right?
Nothing for you anymore.
But she knows what's up.
Oh,
she'll agree.
Listen, I can't. Listen, Sundays, if I need dumpling, I call my dad. I said, Dad, I need some dumplings, okay? Because for some reason, I don't know what he does. He makes them the right size. They're the fluffiest. He bakes them right. He fries them properly.
Yeah.
You can't go nowhere else. If I needed roti, it was my grandmother. You know what I mean? So each person has that thing to it. But here's the thing, though. You're from the Caribbean Islands, okay? Background. Where is this vegan coming from? Like, you can have Caribbeans, Jamaicans, everybody's like, vegan. I don't know.
Exactly.
I need my oxtail. I need my rice. I need this. I need my goat. How did vegan come into your life?
So about 5 years ago, I was with my partner, and he's the one that actually introduced us to going vegan. we were having fertility issues, and his father had passed away a year before that. So of a heart attack, sudden heart attack.
Okay.
So he's the one that said, okay, let's change our life. We don't want to be young and unhealthy and, consuming meat. There's all kinds of carcinogenics inside of the meat that we eat. So all of those things contribute to your health. So that's when we decided to change our diet. He's not of Caribbean background, he's American. So it was kind of harder for me, missing the oxtail, but there's vegan options for everything. So I veganize everything. I make vegan curry goat, I make vegan oxtail. So there's all those things I don't miss. I don't miss those things. I can still prepare them.
Oh, okay. Because it'd be kind of a fight trying to change, but it's healthier. And that's the main thing is health. Health comes first. It's either, well, you can live an extra 4 months or eat this. You know what I mean? What options do you want to have? That's the thing right there. All right. So we have some hellos. She says her sisters are vegan. So see, there's everybody's going in. But here's the thing that I want to ask. What is vegan? Because some people say they get mixed up with vegan and vegetarian and this and that.
Right.
There's different categories. Can you break it down for us?
Right. So there's tons of different categories. So when I first went vegan, let me backtrack. So the difference between vegan and vegetarian, some people think that there's no difference, but there's a big difference. Vegetarian, they still consume dairy and eggs. A vegan, they don't consume any dairy or animal byproducts at all.
Okay.
So that's the big difference between vegan. There's alkaline vegan. So when I went, when we did the switch, I was alkaline vegan at first. So you're eating certain foods that are alkaline to your body. That's a little bit harder because I'm a caterer. So, and I like to eat. I'm not going to lie. I love to eat. I'm a thick girl. I'm not super skinny. I love to eat. So I don't like to put a lot of restrictions on myself. Okay. I'm still eating healthy, but you have your days where you want to eat a little bit of sweets or something that's definitely not alkaline, that's not on that alkaline list. I'm like, you know what? I got to live a little. So I had to ditch the alkaline diet. So I consider myself plant-based. Okay. So I eat a lot of fruits and veggies. So, and the difference between plant-based and vegan. So vegans eat a lot of processed. They're still eating processed vegan food. So you can still be an unhealthy vegan.
Okay, so now let's backtrack a little bit because, like you're saying, it's a transition for people to jump from what they do down to a certain way. Like for me, I started to cut out certain foods out of my diet and maybe having smaller portions and stuff like that. Was it hard to transition over?
It wasn't hard for me because I had that culinary background. So I went cold turkey. I didn't cut out anything. I just went cold turkey. So it wasn't difficult for me because I already had that background. I know what to cook. I know what ingredients to put together and what would be tasty. So it wasn't difficult for me to do the transition, but I would not recommend that for somebody that is just starting out because it's very, very hard to stick with. I know there were some days, some weeks I would be craving. I love ice cream. So I would, indulge in ice cream in the beginning of my transition.
See, now we're talking, you got to have your grape nut, your rum and raisin, you know what I mean?
Right. But now I know how to make my own. So I can fulfill all those cravings that I miss. So now that I've have more knowledge, it's easier for me to make the things that I love.
All right. So what we're talking about is eating for life. All right. And that's the whole main thing, is eating for life, because when you eat better, you feel better, you look better, your day goes better. That's one thing I found out too, is when you're putting more health into your body, is like you can do more things. You get up and go, you do certain things. But here's what I'm going to ask you now. Is it expensive? Because I love when I go into a store and I see the greasy chips for $1. And I go, I'm going to go for the healthy chip, and it's for $9. Yeah, back to the greasy chips. Why do they make everything so expensive to be healthy?
So I think that's a myth. Healthy food is not expensive. Think about, I don't eat organic all the time. So if you're buying organic food, then it can be a little bit costly. And shopping at like those big retail grocery stores like Whole Foods, it's gonna add up. Like I rarely shop at Whole Foods unless I'm looking for something pretty specific. But think about buying meat. Like how much does oxtail cost now?
Right.
Like, come on. Like oxtail costs what, like $8.99 a pound or something like that, $10.99 a pound sometimes. And if you're feeding a family of 3 or 4, how many pounds of oxtail do you need?
Right.
So that adds up to like maybe $30 in just oxtail. You're not even talking about chicken and beef and all of that other thing, and all of that other stuff, right?
That's why you give them 3 pieces and a lot of rice and gravy on the side.
Right. And they're like, where's the rest of the meat? Like, where's the rest of the meat on my plate? But when you're eating vegetables, you can eat a lot of vegetables and still feel fulfilled.
Right.
Because you can eat a lot of it.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to dive back in, and then you're going to tell us how to do it, what to do, so we can move on. We're going to have one more comment. There she says, yes, my weakness is ice cream as well. There you go. All right. So if you guys are watching, I want you to type in, what flavor of ice cream is your weakness? Everybody that's watching right now, just type in the chat, what flavor of ice cream? Mine is grape nut ice cream. If I'm passing a Caribbean store, I gotta go in and get some grape nut ice cream. Let us know after the break. If you guys are watching, what is your weakness? We'll be right back. CMJ Entertainment is a one-stop shop. CMJ Entertainment helps people do any type of events, and it's a marketing tool as well. So we'll cover everything from start to finish. If it's a wedding, we'll make sure your wedding is over the top. And if it's an event, we make sure that everybody gets information at the end of the day. Give us a call at 416-414-8964 or online, go to cmjent.com. Yes, we are back live. Okay. When we left the break, we asked her, how do we do it? What do we need to do? Simple things here and there that we can turn it over. Okay. So I'm going to pull up your website, and there it is. So talk about, how did you get into the business side of it? So eating was one thing, but then how did you go, let's do a business on this thing? How did that?
So I'm part of Black Vegans of Toronto. So I actually started selling my apparel, so vegan shirts and for men, women, and kids. So that's how I actually started the company, and then I transitioned to catering, because I catered before I went vegan. I was also catering, so I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm, what am I putting my skills to work, and still keep doing the catering, but just doing vegan catering.
Right. So still with the passion of catering, but making it more healthy for people.
Exactly.
So now,
and there's also a need for it now, because there's not a lot of vegan Caribbean catering companies out there that strictly do vegan food.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you. Let's get into some of the dishes, okay? What do you serve? Give me some ideas how we turn things over so we can still have our Caribbean style food because it's the taste. You know what I mean? If put it this way, you could get a bark from a tree, and if you can season it up properly, right? We gotta make
Right.
we gotta make sure if you're gonna give us a bark, it gotta be seasoned right, cooked, sit down,
Right.
properly. Does it have how much gravy on it? Make sure it's not dry. So tell us,
Right.
how do we make the vegan taste fantastic?
I'm all about flavor. I'm all about seasoning. I'm like season the heck out of everything. I love flavor. I love spices. So I combine my Caribbean spices into the dishes that I make. So a lot of the things, like a lot of my popular dishes, well, one of the popular dishes is my crabless cakes. So that's them right there, actually. So that's one of my popular dishes, and then I serve that with like a mango bean salad. Back home in Trinidad, we make chow out of unripened mangoes. So bringing things back to culture and tradition. I like to keep things simple, but yet still flavorful that people will still be able to enjoy.
Okay, now do you do send out? So if people are looking for meals, it looks like you put meals together to send out. Is that correct?
Right. So I do meal prep. So right now I'm on a little pause because I'm coming out with a new menu, but I do meal prep. If you order by Friday by 6 p.m., I do delivery or pickup on Sundays after 7. So I do that every week. And people could order from my website.
Okay. So tell us how this works. Vegan. And then what is the thing
Gluten-free. So I have gluten-free options also because I know a lot of people have allergies or other restrictions. So sometimes I do customize meals. So if somebody has an allergy, I do make sure that I make note of that and customize the meals for that particular individual.
Okay, so here's the thing. I know how to cook one way. Can't cook another way. Okay, so I see here. Tell us, how do you teach us how to cook? You have cooking classes. Talk about that.
Mm-hmm. So because of COVID, cooking classes are on pause. So I actually bring all the ingredients to the class. I set out the menu and let everybody know what we're going to be making and teach them how to cook each dish. So I usually do like 3 courses. So I do like an appetizer, a main, and a dessert. And then I show them how to cook. They're actually cooking the food themselves. And I give them the recipes and they're able to take home the recipes and make them at home also. So they cook the meals during the class and they get the recipe to take home with them to experiment for themselves.
There you go. There you go. So if you want to sign up, you can sign up right there. Leave a message. Say, hey, listen, I want to get healthy. Want to learn a couple of dishes here and there. Like one of our viewers are saying, their family is vegan, and you could surprise your family one day, call them over for lunch, and use pladao, and they're like, "Where are you gonna make that?" Don't worry, I got my secret chef behind me. There you go.
And I also do private in-home catering. So if you have like a dinner party of 5, I do private chef dinners too.
All right. 416-660-1627. That's 660-1627. All right. We're going to just go through something called rapid fire. It's a quick game. Hold on. We'll talk about that in a second here. Quick question. It's called rapid fire. I love the questions coming in. I'm going to make sure we put that down. Hey, you know something? I'm just going to do it right now. Do you offer virtual cooking for kids?
I do. I haven't had a virtual class in a while, but I do. And I will again soon.
There you go. So what I'm going to do is I love the questions right there. I'm going to put that up so you can go to her website, sign in, and then you can talk one-on-one All right, back to what I was saying. Woohoo! Threw me off there. I love it. I love when my viewers ask questions. Beautiful. Get engaged. Here it is. It's called Rapid Fire. I ask you some quick questions. You
I
can
like
give
the sound effects.
you can give us one quick answer, like you can explain it, but then we have to bounce, we have to move, we have to go.
All right.
All right. So, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Favorite song you listen to when you're cooking?
Skip Marley, Slow Down.
Okay. If you have to cheat, what is your cheat food right now?
My cheat food, I'm gonna say deep fried oyster mushrooms.
Woo! Just got hungry. I don't even know what just got hungry. All right. What is your go-to dish? Barack Obama just knocked on your door and he says he's hungry. What do you
crabless cakes?
There it is. Go-to dish. Okay. If you have to do one healthy drink and one sweet drink, which one's you making for me?
A healthy drink usually is water. But if we're gonna be like juicing, I'm gonna do like a kale green juice, something green.
Okay. And what's your cheat drink?
My cheat drink would be Pepsi.
Oh, jeez. You went way cheating. You went
Yes.
ginger ale or Sprite.
Cherry Pepsi.
There you go. How long does it take to prep a good meal?
Just one meal, it takes me about maybe 30 minutes.
All right. What is one seasoning every cook should have?
Oh, geez. I'm going to say salt and pepper for sure. But my favorite spice is Cajun spice.
All right.
And a little bit of pepper sauce.
Listen, high five on the screen. You got to make that flavor come out. All right. What is your hidden talent that nobody knows about?
My hidden talent. Geez. I don't even know. Like cooking is my talent. Cooking is my passion, but everybody knows that. I'm going to say I do nails. I can do nails. That's my other talent.
There you go. So while you're making the pot simmer and you go over to cooking class, after to do some nails, 2 in 1. You get a cooking class and nails all in one. All right. So here we go. If there's one person you can cook for, president, past, in the future, who would that one person be you want to cook for?
My grandmother.
All right. What's the special dish? Say the cakes again?
Sorry?
Would be the cakes again for your grandma?
Oh, my grandmother, she passed 3 years ago, but she loves sweets. So
you'd be making sweets.
Yeah, she loves sweets. So I'd be making her a whole bunch of sweets.
There you go. That's what I like. Give them what you want. What is okay? So here it is. Last ones. Are we going for oxtail or goat?
I'm gonna say a vegan oxtail for sure for the win.
You changed it on me. Oxtail. All right, here we go. Last song in the shower that no one's around. You think no one's around you. You jump in the shower. What song are you bellowing out?
In the shower. Well, my favorite all-time song, Caribbean song, is Tiny Whiny. I love that song, and all my aunts call me Tiny Whiny, so that is definitely my all-time favorite West Indian soca song.
And that's what you're.
I am. I love soca.
and that's the song you're going to be singing out.
Yes.
All right,
I'm sticking to it. Yes.
All right, go ahead. Little bit.
You didn't put me on the spot now.
I wouldn't do that to you. Don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. All right. Listen, this has been such a fantastic show. Thank you so much. So what number one fruits, vegetables should we get in our basket? We're going grocery shopping. What should we get?
Get something that you have never tried before. Experiment. My favorite fruit is soursop, mango. I love mangoes. If you see my shirt, this is one of my new shirts. It says, if he's not vegan, let that man go. So this is going to be coming to my store very soon.
Oh, I was about to say, it's not in the merch store?
It's not in the store yet. But experiment with fruits. Experiment with things that you haven't tried before. You be surprised of things that you think you wouldn't like that you like.
I love that. I love that one. If your man's not vegan.
Yeah. So I actually have a sweatshirt, but the tank tops are not out yet. So the second one to the top.
All right. Thank you so much. Anybody you want to say hi to, shout out to, this is our time. Shout out. Hold on. Before we go, I want to shout out to a couple of people who are watching. Thank you, my brother, for watching. Great to have you live. And make sure you check out his show. He's a streamer. Make sure you go out and check out his show. They do great things as well. And I just want to say, Charlie, thank you so much. No, thank you for watching.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. There we go. So make sure, read the t-shirt one more time.
If he's not vegan, let that man go.
All right. So I have to ask a question. Julie, which mango are you talking about?
Oh, Julie Mango, for sure.
Okay. Just gotta make sure. Any shout outs you want to do, go ahead. This is your time.
Just thank you for everybody that has been supporting me throughout this journey and has been sticking with Melanated Vegan and supporting the business for sure.
All right, everybody. Listen, like I tell everybody, thank you for watching. I know you didn't have to, but I'm glad that you did. Spending some time with us. But this is what you're going to do. Be healthy today. If you're going out to get something different, skip it. Try something new today. Go to the store, get a salad, get a fruit cup, try something new. Cut down on some of those things because I want to see you here next week, next year, 2 years from now. I want you to be healthy. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me.
Has come to an end, but the fun doesn't have to stop here. If you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, head over right now to Twitter and Facebook and like, share, and get involved. Join us next time.
Please be advised that this podcast is meant for educational and informational purposes only and is in no way a replacement for legal or medical advice. The opinions contained within are solely those of the interviewers and interviewees and should be received as so. Those seeking help or advice are